don't forget to like and subscribe. Now please enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we'll be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes Solus Prime. Now taking a look at her, you can see the details she has, and I think this variation or version of her came from the Transformers Power of the Primes toy line, aka the Prime Wars trilogy. But so taking a look at her, you can see the detail she has from the Prime Wars trilogy. She has a bit more wheels and a bit more looking like a car truck mode. And one thing that I do get confused is she a truck or is she a car? I feel like she's a truck, but she has more detail on the front than she does on the back. She does have some pretty good detail, don't get me wrong. You can see the wheels. And yeah, that's about it for the detail. I mean, you can see the very cool detail, honestly. And her accessories, only one accessories, which is also her artifact. There we go. Just everything. Let's put it to the back over there. And let's go down to the accessories. So as you can see right here, you have the forge hammer, and the way to insert it into her hand I really don't like, honestly. Here is the forge hammer, and the way I just took it off is the same inverted way to put it on. It makes a loud banging noise, but this is the forge hammer. It made the other weapons or the other artifacts for the other primes. And yeah, so she looks pretty cool, and her weapon is pretty decent. It's her only weapon, or excuse me, it's her only weapon. And the artifact is pretty cool, honestly. I like it. And the cool thing is that when you pull this back, this right here, it's supposed to be up. I already had it backwards. Is that you come to Solus, and you can put it on like so onto her back, into that back 5mm port. Lift up the camera, and there she is with her hammer in the back. So not only does it add up as a weapon, but you can also add up as storage in the back for any pose abilities you want to add. And the cool thing is that she has a skirt piece right here. I like that. It has nice detailing. And yeah, so that's about it for the accessories, because she doesn't come with that many. Now let's get into the articulation. So for the first articulation you want to use, let me just, you know what, I'm going to put this hammer to the side over here. So the arm can do a full 360, it can go out, it can go back, forward, out, and then it has an elbow, and it has a wrist rotation. But the wrist is on a ball joint though, so over time it might shred and get loose. She does have some shoulder articulation, and she has a head articulation looking down, looking up. I'll move the camera back so you guys can see better. So she can look down, she can look up, she can look side to side. And she has some leg rotation, so I'm gonna move up her skirt. She kick out, kick back, kick up to the side, knee rotation, along with some ankling, and her ankle can do this kind of number. So if you want like a broken ankle, then go for it. And that's all for the articulation. So now let's get into the size comparison. First one we're going to compare is Solus Prime standing next to Transformers Age of the Primes Razor Claw. You can see that she is close, a bit above half his size, but she's past that point where she's half the size of Razor Claw. Now, let's do a size comparison next to the Transformers Age of the Primes top spin. Oops, pushed her back a bit. See the size. He's a bit taller. Standing next to the Transformers Age of the Primes Headmaster Freeze Out. So you can see that he's about up to the top of her foot. Standing next to the Transformers Age of the Primes Micronus Prime. I know I'm doing these kind of late, but standing next to Transformers Age of the Primes Micronus Prime. This is a bit taller than Micronus. And then, last but not least, standing next to Transformers Age of the Primes Superion. So she's she's about to the knee, I think. She's about to the knee, just like a little bit up past that. Alright. And that is the size comparison complete. Okay, everybody, so the first step that we're going to do into the transformation is what we want to do is we want to pull back this truck piece. And before we do any of that, I'm going to raise the camera a bit so you guys can see the transformation. So we want to pull back this her backpack piece and then fold up the grill for the, I think, truck mode. Or no, never mind, it's a car. I keep getting mixed up, but pull out the grill for the car and then fold in the head so it should go inside and it should just disappear into there. Next thing that you want to do is you want to lift up skirt piece, push these two up and push this one piece down. Once that is done, you want to end up turning this to the side, folding it up so that it overlaps with the other two pieces. Once that is complete, turn it and then have it standing above the other two, or on top of the other two skirt pieces, and now it should make it seem a bit more slimmer than it was before. Now what you want to do is you want to turn around the waist. So you want to turn around the waist so it's like that. Next thing that you want to do is you want to fold out those wheels, the wheels on the heels. Once that is finished, you want to end up folding in the feet like so. And it is kind of hard because the ankle rotation does get in the way. And then after that, close the feet. So now I can't stand her up anymore, so I'm just going to have to lay her down. So now, let's pull the camera down. There we go. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to end up turning the heels around like that. Or my mistake. We're supposed to stay at the back. Keep the heels like this. And then you want to turn both of them around like this. Make sure that the wheels are still locked in place. Turn around the heels so that's like this. And then you want to end up folding them upwards. There we go. So just fold them upwards. She should be looking like this from the front chest view. And so she should be looking a bit like this. Once the looking weird, it kind of looks weird. Once that is finished, you want to fold these up, and they should tap or peg into something. Notice they peg into a hole. There's these two tabs, or no, one tab that pegs into a hole. Now let's try to get it in there as best as we can. There we go. So let's give you a closer view. So there's a peg right here that goes into that hole. You want to close it in. And once that is complete, now you can start seeing how the car is forming and how everything, looks pretty decently good, honestly. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to come over to the arms, lift up the arm, fold out these panels. Okay, and later in the video, and I think just sooner or later, these tabs or these panels will give me struggle. So hopefully they don't in the video, but these will probably give me a struggle while I'm making the video. So yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that. So then what you want to do is you want to end up keeping the arm straight and folding in the hands like so, and let's just, so once that is complete, you want to do the next step, which is to lift up these bumper pieces. Honestly, I don't know what they're called, but they just end up sticking out in the transformation. So the next thing that you want to do is want to end up pulling around these arms. Once that is finished, the next thing you want to do is you want to end up folding these and these panels right here, specifically these panels. So let me show you a better view in the middle of the camera. So you're going to fold it up like that, those panels. Now let's do the same to the other side. And then you want to end up pulling this butterfly joint. I didn't show the articulation, but it's not really meant for the articulation, and it is only limited to 2 spots, so that's why. Next thing you want to do is you want to end up folding these upwards, and you want to push, and the way to do it is you want to push this forward, pull it back, and then do the same thing for the other side, and then until it's pretty much getting starting to align with each other, because everything will put into place starts to align. Alright, once that is done, alright, so I'm gonna take a look here. So there's a peg that's supposed to plug into somewhere on the wheel or on the bumper thing. There you go. So let's get these into place. So now this is starting to give me a struggle. This is where I start to struggle the most when transforming her. Yeah, so yeah, I broke it a bit. It's fixable. I'm going to have to yeah, so I'm just gonna have to, you know, let me just fix this for a second. I'll write to everybody. So thank you for that quick second. So I found out what happened. I was doing wrong. So what I was supposed to do is I was supposed to fold these forward and pull these down. So you see this tab right here, this tab, so block right here, and then there's a little tab right here. So that tab is supposed to lock in, not specifically lock in somewhere, but it's supposed to grab a hold of a peg or a piece that's just dangling there. And you see that piece right there. Actually, I'm gonna grab my fork. I'm gonna grab the forge hammer. Sure, I'll point at it. So see how this piece right here, this right, I'm pointing at it. Next piece next to it, there's a gap in it, and then there's that. So in between that gap, I'm supposed to lock this into there. Now, it seems very confusing for a toy that's meant for 8-year-olds, but hey, I mean, I can put the recommendation. This thing is heck of complicated when it comes to these arms, but I hope we can get it so I don't break it again, or put any stress marks on it, of course. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get it into the camera along with getting it in there. So it gets, okay, there we go. Okay, now it's locked in place. Now we can get back to the actual transformation without me watching me struggle. Alright, so let's tab this in, and let's tab the other side in. So it's, and everything plays together in the parts, so make sure everything is locked together in place. Everything is, yeah, so because when everything is not aligned with this, and I always hate when this happens with Transformers, when everything is not aligned perfectly, it just looks like a pile of scrap. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to align it perfectly. There you go. Okay. This thing wants to align. There we go. And let's try to get that under there. Alright. Push this in, put that in, push that in. Okay, so there is the wait. I forgot one thing. Okay, there is a car mode fully complete. Yeah, after all that struggling, I finally transformed it. So let's just add on the side of the. So I don't remember seeing anything, any part where Solus starts to transform into a car mode in the Prime Wars Transformers Power of the Primes. I don't remember seeing her transform into this truck or car. But I do think that this alt mode looks pretty good, honestly. I mean, take a look at the detail. Except when it gets to the back, it kind of looks a bit clunky. But it doesn't look too bad, honestly. The armor kind of blocks it over here. And yeah, so when you look at it from the front or like a bit of the side, you can see it looks pretty decent. It looks like I think it's probably like a SUV car or something. It looks like a mashup of a truck, car, and SUV. Let's keep this down to grow. And it rolls pretty good, but before we roll it, let's take it down to the floor and let's roll it. Alrighty, everybody, so now that we're down on the floor, let's just take a roll. Okay, that rolls pretty smoothly, honestly. Let's roll forward. Roll it backwards. It rolls pretty smoothly, honestly. Maybe we could do some drifting with this thing. Alright, so, yeah, the rolling's pretty decent. It's basically it for the rolling. And let's take it back and let's do the final thoughts. Okay, everybody, so overall this figure is pretty good. I recommend buying it, honestly. I like it. I love it. The one thing is, the arms were such a struggle, and I have a feeling they're gonna probably break because of the loose plastic that's kind of in there. But yeah, guys, so there is Solus Prime, the Solus Prime review, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.